Hello guys, welcome to this video. In this video we are going to examine the rules of incorporation. So what are the rules of incorporation? The rules of incorporation are simply how we can tell whether a term is part of a contract or not. So the process now whereby we determine whether something is part of a contract or not can be called or is called rules of incorporation. So today we are going to examine two rules of incorporation. The first one is called incorporation by signature. So once you have signed or you have appended your signature, regardless of the fact whether you have read the requirements of the contract or you had not read anything, that signature is binding, or that signature makes the contract binding upon you. Signing means that you have shown assent to the terms and conditions of the contract. So a signature is something that the courts understand is something that is used to incorporate and give validity of terms in a contract. So any contract document that has your signature, it has your consent, and it means that every word that is there is part of the contract because it has your signature. Another way of incorporation is through what we call a notice. So the courts say that the notice must be reasonable. So in order to incorporate any other different term or a new term in the contract, a notice that is reasonable enough should be given. For example, people who are affected by the contract or who are part of this contract should be able to access the notice in a reasonable time, and also they should be able to read and understand the contents contained within the notice. And also we need to notice that notices must be given before a contract is formed. So definitely the people who are affected by the notices must be given to them before any form of contract is formed. So and if there are a lot of changes and also the terms are so onerous, the more the notice is needed. So the more and more notice should be given, especially in those circumstances, in order to guide people who are in contract arrangements, and also to really avoid getting them into issues. So those are the rules of incorporation. That is to summarize this video. One of them is signature, and we have said that a person is bound by signature whether he read it or not. And also another rule of incorporation is by notice. By notice, this notice must be timely, must be reasonable, and must be given in a way that is accessible to people who are affected by the contract. Thank you for watching this video. Like, share, and subscribe.